Waking up spiritually is like emerging from the depths after a lifetime submerged beneath the surface. You gasp for the fresh breath of reality, while those around you continue drifting in a sea of illusions. This awakening profoundly transforms the very fabric of your being, and once it happens, there's no turning back. The door to your old life closes behind you, leaving only the vast, uncertain path ahead. Yet, while this newfound freedom feels exhilarating, it often brings an unexpected sense of isolation, as you stand at the crossroads of enlightenment and detachment. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, breathing in the crisp, clean air. You look down and see the people you care about, still wandering in the valley below, caught up in their daily routines. They chase comfort, power, and control, unaware that they are trapped in an illusion. And here you are, wondering, is my awakening a blessing or a burden? You might ask yourself, why am I chasing self-discovery, while everyone else seems content with their ignorance? The truth is, spiritual awakening is a challenging journey, one that forces you to confront realities you may have never expected. But make no mistake, the journey is worth it. Though the terrain may be rough, the vistas you'll witness along the way are beyond anything you could have imagined. Like any major transformation, spiritual awakening comes with a set of side effects. These aren't good or bad, they just are. Think of it like adapting to life at a new altitude. You're breathing different air now, and it takes time for your body, mind, and soul to adjust. In today's video, we're diving deep into the lesser-known side effects of spiritual awakening, those silent struggles that nobody prepares you for, but almost everyone experiences. 1. Confusion hits hard. The first side effect is confusion, a deep, unsettling feeling that leaves you questioning everything. Imagine this. You've just woken up from a vivid dream. For a brief moment, everything is still. But then reality rushes in, and your mind starts racing. What just happened? Is this normal? Why is this happening to me? That sense of disorientation is one of the first things you'll face after awakening. Even if you've spent years reading spiritual texts, meditating, and practicing mindfulness, nothing can truly prepare you for the experience of awakening. It's like being dropped into a foreign country where you don't know the language, the customs, or even how to breathe the air. The mind craves familiarity, a roadmap to follow, but awakening defies maps. It's beyond the scope of thought and logic, and this leaves you scrambling for some sense of understanding. You might start obsessively searching for answers, turning to spiritual books, teachings, and philosophies to help you make sense of it all. You want to validate your experience, to label it, to understand it. But here's the thing. Confusion is a natural part of the process. It's a fog that forces you to slow down, to be present, and to really feel your way through this new territory. While it's tempting to find immediate answers, the truth is that sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from sitting with the unknown. It's in these moments of confusion that you learn to listen more deeply to the silence, to the subtleties, and to the whispers of your own soul. Instead of constantly seeking external validation, allow yourself to be present with your confusion. In the quiet, you'll find a deeper understanding that transcends words or concepts. When the mind is still, your inner wisdom starts to surface. You may not always need a map. Sometimes the journey itself is the guide. Every question you have, every moment of confusion, is like a signpost urging you to go further and explore deeper. Rather than fear the unknown, embrace it. Awakening is a continuous unfolding, a peeling back of layers, revealing truths you didn't even know existed. Confusion, in this sense, isn't a roadblock, it's more like a scenic detour. Take the time to slow down, observe, and breathe. 2. Feeling disconnected from others. Another major side effect of spiritual awakening is the feeling of disconnection. Imagine tuning into a new radio station that plays music that resonates deeply with your soul. But as you adjust to this new frequency, you realize that the stations you used to enjoy are now filled with static or have gone completely silent. This perfectly describes the disconnection you feel from people, places, and even activities that once held meaning for you. As you draw closer to your authentic self, you may notice that your circle of friends begins to change. Conversations that once captivated you now feel shallow or superficial. People who used to be your closest allies might start to seem distant, like stars that are still visible but light years away. You might even begin to retreat into yourself, choosing silence and solitude over social engagements that feel draining. This disconnection can feel incredibly lonely at times. You might long for deeper, more meaningful connections, ones that nourish your spirit rather than deplete it. But here's the thing. This phase is necessary for your growth. You're shedding the layers of your old self, and with that comes the shedding of old relationships, habits, and interests that no longer align with who you're becoming. Rather than trying to force yourself back into old patterns, embrace this new version of yourself. Yes, it may confuse or alienate others, but remember that this journey is about you, not them. It's not uncommon to feel like a sapling in a forest of towering trees. You might feel small or out of place, but remember that you too are growing, at your own pace, in your own direction. To navigate this phase, seek out spaces where your heart feels heard and your spirit feels at home. Surround yourself with kindred souls who understand your journey and offer support without judgment. Spiritual communities, mentors, or even online groups can provide the sanctuary you need during this time. Disconnection isn't the end of your social life, it's a bridge to a new kind of connection, one that's more aligned with your true self. Number 3, heightened pain and sensitivity. One of the more surprising side effects of spiritual awakening is the increase in emotional and physical pain. Awakening isn't a magic switch that dissolves all of life's challenges and leaves you in a state of perpetual bliss. In fact, you might find yourself experiencing more pain than before. Why is that? Because awakening peels back the layers of ignorance and illusion that once shielded you from the truth. It's like flipping on a bright light in a dark room. You suddenly see everything, even the dust and stains that were always there, but hidden. Awakening brings with it a heightened sense of awareness, not just of your own emotions, but of the world around you. You become more sensitive to the suffering of others, to the pain and injustice in the world. You might find it difficult to be around negativity, conflict, or even certain environments that drain your energy. This sensitivity can feel overwhelming at times, but it's also a sign that you're deeply in tune with life. Instead of trying to numb or avoid this pain, find healthy ways to express it. Cry if you need to. Scream if it feels right. Channel that energy into something creative, whether it's writing, painting, gardening, or simply talking to a friend. Pain is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's a testament to your strength and your ability to feel deeply. Think of it like a pressure release valve. If you keep all that emotional energy bottled up, it will eventually explode. By allowing yourself to feel and express your pain, you're not just releasing it, you're transforming it into something beautiful, something meaningful. The increased sensitivity that comes with awakening is a tool for deeper connection, both with yourself and the world around you. 4. The existential crisis. Spiritual awakening often ushers in a profound existential crisis. The question of, who am I, stops being a casual philosophical musing and becomes a pressing, all-consuming inquiry. The identity you once clung to, the one that shaped your life and your place in the world, suddenly feels foreign, too tight, or too loose. You've outgrown it, but you're not quite sure what your new identity looks like. It's as if you're standing at a crossroads, with countless paths spiraling out before you, each one claiming to be your true direction. This can feel overwhelming, even terrifying. You may feel lost, unsure of where to go next or what your purpose is. During this phase, it's important to remember that you can't go back. The person you were before awakening is gone, and trying to return to that version of yourself will only lead to frustration. Instead, embrace the uncertainty. The questions you're asking are a sign that you're on the verge of a deeper understanding. If you have access to a mentor or spiritual guide, now is the time to lean on their wisdom. If not, trust that the universe is guiding you, even if the path ahead isn't clear. Think of it like a road trip. Just because you don't see signs for miles doesn't mean you're lost. It just means you haven't reached the next marker yet. Your existential crisis may feel like a never-ending loop of uncertainty, but it's also a critical phase in your spiritual journey. And remember, the fact that you're asking these questions means you're growing. Even if the answers aren't immediately clear, the quest itself is a form of progress. Number 5. A sense of entitlement. With the profound clarity that comes from awakening, it's easy to feel like you've unlocked a cosmic secret. You see the world with fresh eyes, and it's tempting to believe that you're now on a higher plane of existence than those around you. This sense of entitlement, while understandable, can also be a dangerous trap. Spiritual awakening doesn't make you superior to others. It doesn't give you a special badge of enlightenment or grant you the authority to save those who are still asleep. Every person is on their own journey, with their own lessons to learn in their own time. Trying to force someone else's awakening is like trying to make a flower bloom before it's ready. It just doesn't work. Instead, approach others with love, patience, and humility. Share your wisdom when it's asked for, but don't impose it on anyone. Think of your knowledge as a subtle flavor, like tea leaves steeping in hot water. It enhances the conversation without overpowering it. And even if others aren't ready for the tea, a warm cup of love and compassion is always welcome. Spiritual awakening is a transformative journey, but it's not always an easy one. The challenges you face, confusion, disconnection, heightened sensitivity, existential crises, and even moments of entitlement, are all part of the process. Each one is an opportunity for growth, a chance to deepen your understanding of yourself and the universe. Embrace these side effects for what they are, signs that you're evolving, that you're shedding the layers of illusion and stepping into your authentic self. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are countless others walking the path beside you, facing the same struggles, asking the same questions, and seeking the same truths.